Hi again, I'm Sting'em Dead Dave OB, the Killer Bee. I'm going to try and demonstrate how you should start off shadow boxing slow and easy, and your speed will come automatically when you build the right habits. It's building the muscle memory, not the muscle hustle. It's not about this thing on your arm, it's about using your leverage where you lift like you're curling weights. You come in, you catch his arms coming over yours, and as you whip them out and you come back over, come over like you're sword fighting, always in tight to yourself, always throwing your shoulders up and spinning your body with twisting your elbows out, coming in with some back elbow step, up in his face on the loop smack and whack. But you always want to hit him from back here like you're drawing a sword, or like you're just coming from here like you're swinging a billy club, bam, or like you're pulling a sword or swinging a baseball bat. And then you whack him, and as his hands are coming at you, like this, you're over here, come up, you knock his hands over, you smack him with the backhand hanger, on the loop, smack him like a choo-choo train, you swing up and hit him with the palm of your hand, bam, and then you come into yourself, always into yourself with these hands. Don't leave him out here where he gets over, and you're trying to pull him up. When he gets over you, let your arm slide out and come over his shoulder and snap, crackle, pop. This is a snap, crackle, pop. Keep loose, lean, and mean. You're coming like a fighting machine. But when you hit him, you clinch on impact like that. That's where the power's at. If you come in stiff, tense, tight, bulky, and clumsy, when you hit him, it's going to be like that. It's going to be a push. That's why you see these guys, when they hit these heavy bags flying all over. That's because they're pushing it. A little kid can do that. You want to snap, crackle, pop when you train on this bag back here. Get you an 80-pound bag like that. That's good for most any weight. And then get with the 4 chains hooked to one link. That way the bag will retaliate and keep coming back at you. Then you're going to learn to do the rodeo bronco buckaroo. That's where you turn yourself into a wild bull, a wild stallion, a horse. Then when you hit him always down here at the hips. Don't get no topside push and shove match or a tug of war or a wrestling match or a push and shove match. You want to get it where you learn to move in and around like this, so that you always hit him down here at the legs, on his hips, and you're bashing with the rotor propeller. This is the rotor propeller. You always bring them in. Don't be out here. You always want to bring them in and shoot up over your head, behind your ears like this, so that when he's coming in to hit you or hook you, you're automatically right there, punching and tapping it away. You don't want to try and catch his hands, and you don't need to do all that bob and weaving so much. You do bob and weave, but you pull yourself with these elbows down and up, like you're curling weights, okay? Catch his hands here and push him off, or you rake him behind you like this. Coming back, elbow stabs up to his face. Backhand hanger aid. This is the backhand hanger. When you come in under his hands, hit him with the backhand hanger aid. Come in like this, and upstroke right against his face. And you're always coming over, punch his hands away. Not out here. Don't be out here fly swatting. Then when he's throwing his hand, and you do this, but you pull back, now he's over you. You just need to be with a force field. This is a force field. You're always in tight to yourself. You whip these shoulders and your elbows in and around. And then when you do this, he's right here. You go like this. And you grab him on the force side over here. And you pull him this way. Pull him this way. Or you grab him by his hips right here. And keep him tight, and as you pull his hips, you pull him, grab both hips, you push and pull with each hand. Pull and push with this one. Or you pull with this one, push with you. I call that the washing machine agitator. You know how a washing machine agitator, you do that with him, but you pull him this way. And you always keep your feet shuffling around, back and forth. You always come in with both hands, not like Hop Along Cassie, with one hand following the other one and one foot following the other one. You're trying to jump around he's getting behind you like this, hitting you from behind. If he jumps over here, this foot's in front, pull this one, or pull this one behind it, like this, and you're right in front, or you pull the back leg in front. Either way, it works like this, and you spin yourself with these elbows coming up and down, and then you come over his hands with the back part, you pull him down, you push in, come up his chest, right from down here, straight up with this, your train engine. You plant it down here, put it against his midsection, and as you push into him, you're down here, you push him over, his hands are coming down, slide right between his hands, boom, and you lift, and then you lift. But whatever foot is in front, you want the same arm. Whatever arm in front, you want the same leg. So when you're going back and forth, you're like this arm with this leg with this arm. You always want these arms in tight. Punch him behind, where you can grab him, spin him, come up, hit him with these rotor propellers down at the hips. You're knocking this way and this way, or you pull him at the hips, or you pull him this way, push him all over the place. Keep him off his feet, he can't fight. Okay, but you want to fight him ideally here. Sure, he's going to run, okay? Here you are. He starts going over this way, he's come over this way, back and forth, but you move both feet back and forth, and you bend your knees, so that when you come down, you come straight down. You don't lean into his punch like this, where you get kicked. If he goes to kick me, like this, or knee me, either way, I move the target. Remember, you're his target. Move yourself. If he goes to kick at me, I spin, I come down, I drop down at the knees, I smash him hard with the backhand hanger knee, right in the upper median muscular leg, not his bony hip, right below the hip. Bam! Step across, smash the other one, I just buckle his legs. Then I can come in with the weed eater or the backhand hanger knee where you go like this. This is like electric weed eater or motorized. But you come whipping in like this, right to his groin. Here, bam, bam, come down, hit him there, come back up into his face with the backhand. This one's always protected. Come underneath, underloop, smack and whack. Overhead hammer slammer, where you swing a sledgehammer. Crisscross these arms like this, like you're pulling a bow and arrow from under it, and bam, 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 come right back up, but you always tuck in. Don't be out here doing this, because he'll just move back, you missed him. But you press him down here, as you push him back, and you're pushing into him like this, along his midsection chest. You come up between his hands, you hit the roadblock right here, but you slam it up, you slam. You don't just lift, you slam with your back, your ass, your shoulders, everything thrusting upwards. And then you pull back under, always crisscrossing these hands. Don't come in like this, or like a loose goose with your wings out, soaring eagle with your wings out, or you just come in, always crisscrossing behind the ears and over the head, whipping your arms like this, so that when you hit his arms, you don't crash into them like they do in martial arts, karate, all that supernatural bullshit. That's what it is. It's bullshit baloney. You want to slice over and roll over like a wheel rolling over a log or rolling up on under a log. You don't crash into it. You just gotta fracture your arm. But you always want these whips, so that too, when he's throwing his hand, if you're whipping down, you see how your wrist bends? It's like a whip. When you hit him with any part of this part, and it pushes his hand down as you pull back, it whips and coils around his hand or arm, and you pull it out the way. And then as soon as you pull it out the way, you lean back, pulling your arm back into yourself down here, this protecting, and then you swim over his shoulder into his face with the sidewinder, come back under with the snap, crackle, pop, come in with the uppercuts, and everything else. You don't crash into them, okay? Here you are. And then when you grab him down here, you hit him with your shoulders down here. Spin him all the way around. Spinning, spinning. Toss him. You pull him with one hand and push him with the other one. Like this, or you spin him. Now you're pulling down here this way, this way, this way. You hit him like he's a bowling pin. You're the bowling ball. Hit him like a bowling pin. It's like you're the tornado and he's the trailer park. You tear him up that way. Don't just come in and get in a push and shove match, tug of war, push him from topside. You grab him down low and you pull him off his feet, okay? Then you also come in with the weed eater. That's where you're doing this. Then you come in down low, come up to his face on the loops back away, and then you dig up into his belly with uppercuts down here like this. But you see how my hands are doing this? You're not just poking him. You're coming in, you're digging up into his midsection. Then you spin over and you hit him in the ribs, the kidneys. Then you grab him again, you come up. You're always forcing, but you stay yourself anchored. One leg behind the other, and you step on the outside of him. Don't come straight in. You move in and around, and that's where you turn yourself into a wild horse, wild bronco, or a stallion, or a wild bull, where you hit him with your hip, one side your ass, the other side. You roll your shoulders up into him, come around, you step in and around him like this, but you mix it up all the time, going back and forth. Hit him at the hips, so you always knock him off his feet this way you pull him this way you bash him down here, up here. It's going to be a hard fight for him to fight you when he can't retain his balance. And like I said, if he gets away from you, don't run into his punches. You move from side to side, but you shuffle your feet with the same arm all the time. Where you roll these shoulders, you come up and over. Don't clash hands, don't trade punches. You roll in, under, over, under, over, like you're sword fighting. Whip it, those arms out. Bring the arm back into yourself. Swing over and over and over. Always avoid clashing hands. You don't want to do that. You want to get in and not trade punches. You want to protect yourself with the force field. Bring this arm up like this, or like a whip. When you hit down, hit hand down, come right back up. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I'm going to do some more. Stay tuned for the next video.